Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to an episode of Superkick Podcast. I'm your host, Ringside P. Gotta cover SmackDown. I gotta cover Money in the Bank. So I got a lot to get into. Before we get started, make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, give me feedback. Check out the Superkick store. Check out my reel. Check out my shorts. Check out my TikToks. Check me out on Spotify. Check me out on Table Ladders and Bumps. Who else saw Money in the Bank? Who saw SmackDown? Let me know what you guys think. Let's get into it. SmackDown kicks off with the one and only, the Yeet Monster himself, Mr. Jey Uso, Mr. Main Event, Jey Uso, hoping to be Money in the Bank, Yeet in the Bank, and Money in the Bank. So he kicks off. We got, he comes out, and then we got a Yeet versus a Yeet versus I don't know, man. It's just energy, man. Yeah. Toronto was bringing it just from the jump. I mean, Jey Uso has to have right now the best. It's arguable the best music in WWE, just for as far as like getting people hyped. The Jey Uso song is just crazy. He comes out, everyone's eating all over themselves. Michael Cole, he doesn't know what to do, but he's just feeling it. Filling in for Pat McAfee. Let me scoot over so I can get centered. But man, like he comes out then to a huge pop, and Knight comes out to a huge pop, and then it's like the traditional, all the contenders for the Money in the Bank, or all the contenders in the match, they come out, they do the little thing, they do the entrance, and it's like maybe they get like 20 seconds, they come out, and then there's a big old brawl in the middle of the ring, chaos. You know how that usually goes. But it was a great way to kick off SmackDown. I was happy to see Jey Uso back on SmackDown. I was hoping that I was going to see a match. I was hoping they're going to do like a 6-man tag. Maybe Carmelo, Drew McIntyre, Chad Gable versus LA Knight, Andrade, and Jey Uso. I think that would have been dope for Friday night. But maybe, you want to risk someone getting hurt or whatever, in case may be. So we don't do that. But I thought it would have been a dope idea to have that. Let me get to my notes. James, we got a new shirt out. I'm liking it. I might get it. I already got 2 of the shirts already. I got this shirt. Obviously, as you see me, I have it on, so I have it. And then I got a white one. I got a hoodie, too, as well. But it's too hot for hoodies because it's summertime. So, gonna wait back to the fall or winter time to bring that back out. But that's kind of it with the opening segment of SmackDown. We get a match with the Street Profits come out, and with no Bobby Lashley right now, it seems like that whole like Pride group or faction is on pause right now. And it seemed like the Street Profits have went back to their old self. I don't want to say the gimmick, but their old self. They get their old kind of like ring attire, like colors and stuff like that. Before, when it was with Bobby Lashley, it was more like gold and black. More like Michael Jackson, honestly. Kind of more like Michael Jackson. But it's back to the red and white. Fan of it or whatever. But it's kind of like, man, what's up with the Profits? What's in store for them? Are they going to break them up? Are they going to push them? Are they going to do more with them as a tag team? They had a match with Pretty Deadly. Montez Ford always shows out. Angelo Dawkins always doing this thing out there. Like I said, must just be on hold until Bobby Lashley comes back from his injury or whatever that case, whenever that happens. But I want more for the Profits, man. What about you guys? Let me know. Should the Street Profits break up? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments. Then we get out to Naomi. And the question for Naomi too. Like, is it time to switch it up for Naomi? I know she has the fan fair like gimmick, and appealing to the fans, the glow and the dance and the music and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. It just feels like I'm still trying to get centered. It still kind of just feels like nothing's really shaking for her, man. Nothing like how I wanted it to be. I mean, maybe that's because, again, like, as I keep mentioning, like, week after week, they need this mid-card title. Like, seriously need this mid-card title to help a lot of the women out. And so they're just not kind of just buying for either being in a tag team or going for the the women's championship, you know. But I don't know. I don't know if I don't remember Naomi really being a heel. I know she was in a group with Sasha and Tamina Bad, I think it was. But I don't know, man. So I want to see if she can be heel, and what does a heel version of Naomi looks like in 2024. What do you guys think? You think this can make Naomi heel? What do you guys think, man? Let me know. I mean, still sticking with the women. I need more out of the women's division on SmackDown. It may be because I'm only saying it because I feel like I don't get to see them enough at all. 2 hours, and when most of the show is dedicated to the more male dominant storylines right now, Bloodline, and whatever that's got going on. Even A-Town Down Under, that storyline, that stuff. It just doesn't leave a lot of room or time for the women to really get out there and showcase and have like significant storylines. I want more for Bayley. Like we saw Damage Control, her break away from Damage Control, them stab her in the back, her win at WrestleMania, and now it's just kind of like, I won't say that Bayley's boring, but I feel like the creative writing isn't there for Bayley to really make her title run significant to me. I know Bayley can go, so I want more for Bayley too. I want more for the women, the women's division, man. So hopefully, give us that women's mid card title. Just need one. I saw something where there's probably doing 2 of them. I don't need 2. I just need one, and one that can go from SmackDown and Raw. That's all I need. Not 2, just 1. What do you guys think? What I had mentioned, A-Town Down Under. So I'm breezing through SmackDown like that, just because I want to get to Money in the Bank, really. So we get to Down Under, and I need to know if Grayson Waller can hoop. He always doing hooper moves, like he out here be hooping or something like that. I don't know his background. They mentioned him about being an amateur boxer, but he always trying to hoop. Always trying to dribble the invisible ball through his legs, whatnot, trying to do some cross. I didn't know what he got on the game, on the court, yo. Grayson Waller, can you hoop? Yes or no? Do they got... Yeah, they got basketball in Australia. I mean, it's everywhere now. But but Waller, man, can you hoop? I was surprised in this match because I was thinking to myself, like, man, like weeks ago, what's up with DIY? DIY was another tag team that I was thinking, like, man, should they split up DIY? Just like I was wondering if they split up the profits, Street Profits. And because I feel like they wasn't really doing anything with DIY worth value, or were they just all kind of just leading to them possibly splitting and having a feud between each other, like I know they did it in NXT before, But we get in this match, in this tag team match for the tag team championships, and it's going back and forth. And I'm thinking, like, all right, man, A-Town Down Under, they got this. I ain't gotta worry about this, The time didn't change their hand on the night before a PLE. It ain't gonna change hand before then. Wrong. To my surprise, DIY pulls out the victory in a double submission. And Grayson Waller was the one that tapped out. So I wonder if they're going to lean more into that in that storyline. And I guess the possibility of maybe turning Austin Theory face, which I don't know if I want that either. Like, I think I like him as a heel. I just feel like they really just dumbed down his heel persona, per se, to where more like the last couple of weeks, a month or so, he's kind of just been confused. He just has like he's questioning his identity, really, So I don't know. I prefer Austin Theory as a heel. What do you guys think? Let me know. But congratulations to the new tag team champions, DIY, out here doing it themselves. We end the show with a little vignette with Solo sitting at the table talking about how he's stepped up and he's the new tribal chief and he's going to hold it down for the family, for the bloodline, which is all right, man. I get you holding down for the family, man. That makes sense. I rock with that. But what I don't rock with is Solo dissing Roman Reigns, saying that Roman Reigns is no longer the tribal chief, that he failed. He failed in his mission to protect the title. He failed. He let the bloodline down. He let the family down. So he's no longer the tribal chief. Now Solo, who before then was like 0-38. The 0-38 Solo Sikoa is now the new tribal chief of the bloodline. Which, dude, if he was winning matches back then, and he wasn't like jobbing out for some unknown reason after he had smashed John Cena, I think I would rock with this even more. It would make more sense. No, it makes sense. It should be more believable for me. Be like, all right, I'm sold on Solo as the tribal chief, but I'm not sold on Solo as the tribal chief right now. The mic work needs more. Out of that, I just need him to sound. I feel like he's trying to sound tough and menacing, and imposing and whatnot. I don't think you need to try. I think you just need to just do it, And I think when Roman came back and he wasn't the big dog, he wasn't the baby face, and he came back as a heel, all that felt natural. It was different. It was shocking because we were so used to seeing Roman as face, as a good guy. Well, Shield, but he was a long run of him being the face, and so we got used to that and accustomed to that. And then when he came back as a heel, you was like, oh, what? But we wasn't so like shell shocked to see him as a heel, because everything seems like I say, just natural. This Solo as the tribal chief doesn't seem so natural. Feel like it needs to be a little more building to that for us to feel comfortable with making it believable. But I feel like they're gonna rush this storyline now, and sooner or later, probably sooner, maybe by SummerSlam, Roman Reigns might be back, and we might get Roman versus Solo at SummerSlam. No, we're not getting. No. I thought I gotta put a pin in that. So that's how SmackDown ends. So now we get into Money in the Bank, and like I say, man, Toronto themselves just been going crazy the whole entire time. Singing the songs, energy on point, just real interactive with everything, right? So we kick off Money in the Bank. I'm gonna play it again. I'm probably gonna get copyright infringement, but I don't own the rights to the song, so I'm only gonna play it for like 10 seconds, and I'm gonna talk to it. We kick off once again. Nope, it don't even play right like I wanted to play. I'm play like that. So it kicks off again with main event Jey Uso coming out, walking out to the crowd, down to the ring, bopping. Got the whole arena yeeting on themselves. Craziness going on. Like I say, man, he just has a dope entrance. And going into Money in the Bank, I'm picking I wasn't picking anyone from SmackDown for the men's to win. I knew it was gonna come down between either Chad Gable, which made sense to me, Jey Uso definitely made sense to me, and Drew McIntyre. All three of those guys all made sense for me to be able to win the Money in the Bank briefcase. But we watching the match, and dude, maybe I got short-term memory. I don't remember things or matches. I gotta go back in the archives and look at some of the Money in the Bank ladder matches. But this man's Money in the Bank ladder match, it was crazy, yo. It was crazy. The spots, it was so. The overall pay-per-view in itself was just stressful. I'm watching people taking bumps, hardcore bumps. Y'all, man, this, are you okay? It's crazy, and they're just doing stuff. I'm just edge of my seat watching the show. Andrade going crazy out there. Chad Gable going crazy out there. Drew McIntyre throwing ladders into Jey Uso. That's crazy. Just taking just crazy bumps and watching it. And I feel like even watching the match, I knew that Andrade was going to win. It was kind of clear from the bat, He doesn't have it. I don't know. This doesn't build a good enough storyline around him to me maybe believe that he had a chance to actually really winning the Money in the Bank contract. They mentioned prior, before the match started, how LA Knight was the favorite last year to win, but he didn't. But even still, I didn't think he'd be winning. We get through the match. Like I said, just dope spots. Felt like Chad Gable could win. Definitely Jey Uso could win. He needs to win. Definitely need to win. And Drew McIntyre. Like, he's someone that needs to win too right now. So I'm watching the match. Like I say, crazy spots. People doing insane things. Sunset powerbomb on top of a ladder. Just so much craziness happening. Like, this was a dope men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Might be one of the best I've seen. Like I said, I gotta go back and watch. But what did you guys think of the match? What did you guys think of the match? Let me know. We're watching the match, and the winner of the match is Drew McIntyre. He called his shot Monday, said, I'm gonna win it, and then I'm gonna walk out of Money in the Bank as champion. So we get to that point, and we're like, all right, Drew McIntyre, he said part 1 of the prophecy is complete. Now we gotta wait to part 2. So we continue on, next match we get. Oh man, I didn't even mention Carmelo Anthony. Not Carmelo Anthony, but Carmelo in that match. Like, Carmelo, Andrade cooked. Melo was going crazy. Chad Gable was doing suplexes like crazy. Crowd was going crazy. The spots were wild. Melo, like, with no Ricochet, I had said before, Dragunov is another great seller in WWE. He makes people look good. But also, I'm seeing that Carmelo Hayes is another great seller in WWE. And, like, he makes people look amazing too as well. Like, I'm watching the match, and like I say, before I even get to, I know I said Drew McIntyre won, but the match felt like I was watching 6 Sabus from ECW out there going crazy, just doing the most. But like I said, just nuts out there. Sabu on 10. So we get, and then even with the end of the match, I was surprised that there weren't any interferences. I could have sworn some people were going to interfere. Like, I thought it would have been dope to see, man, Chad Gable climb to the top of the ladder, and then the lights go out, and then the Y6 come, or LA Knight climbing to the top of the ladder. Then Logan Paul somehow comes out and interferes, and pushes them off to also further their feud, which I'm think is probably going to culminate at SummerSlam. Then even we get to Jey Uso climbing to the top of the ladder, and possibly maybe the wires coming out for him, or the bloodline coming out for him. I just thought there was gonna be some interference, so I was surprised there was none. Even I still thought CM Punk was gonna come out doing the ladder match and interfere too. So I was like, man, like, all right, even though that probably would have threw the match over, I probably would just spontaneously combust if somebody would have, one of these people would have interfered like I thought it would. But it wasn't much more that you needed for the match. The match was dope, right? So we get on to the next match. We got Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. Woo, 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 out there. He's bringing in energy. And watching the match, it felt like another Sami versus Gunther WrestleMania Part 2. Sami taking a lot of damage, getting beat down, being resilient, not giving up. The underdog from the underground out there, giving his all. Like I say, Braun Breaker, just incredible out there. Just a freak of nature. The way he steps up to the top rope, does the Frankensteiner off of there. Like, man, I don't know, man. It's just crazy. The speed that he hits the ropes. He didn't connect it with a spear. That was the one thing I felt like was missing from the match, was at least a spear. Maybe a spear outside. Maybe, I don't know, just some spear or whatever. But for him to be as dominant as he has been, like running through people, he took one hula kick and then was out, and then it was 1, 2, 3. Still, Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn. Okay match. It's a good, like breather match after the man's Money in the Bank match. So it's cool. Like it wasn't a bad match. It was just like, all right, I can relax a little bit. I'm not gonna have like a heart attack. My heart isn't gonna stop because it's just pumping so much adrenaline in my soul out there. Then so we get a cool down from the energy, and then now we get a just up emotionally, this drain. Because now I'm physically drained because my energy is just so much, right? And now I'm mostly drained because the one and only 6'9" champion, you can't see him if you tried. John Cena, he comes out and then he has his little towel. He opens the towel and says, "The last time is now." And I'm like, what? And you see his shirt and it says 2025. I'm like, what? I feel like we're doing a Stone Cold chant out here, right? And then he does his promo thanking everybody. He's saying this is his last year and he's going on a retirement run. This is his farewell tour, if you want to call it that. And it was like, man, like John Cena's been around a minute, yo. Like Ruthless Aggression, what was that, like 02? Like Dr. Thugonomics. It's just so much that we've seen with John Cena, man. The incredible feats of strength, FU to Big Show, just the different things we've seen John Cena do throughout the years. Like he's been loyal to WWE all the time, like workhorse, Super Cena, just killing people on the microphone, Cena versus Rock. There's so many different things come to mind when you think about John Cena, things that he's done. Even coming back, taking a role of like, helping building the new talent, like John Cena just been doing it all, man. Like, hats off to John Cena. So I ain't gonna lie, that was like emotional to watch that because it's like, it's like, man, this Royal Rumble is gonna be my last Royal Rumble. This Elimination Chamber gonna be my last Elimination Chamber. This WrestleMania gonna be my last WrestleMania. And it's like, dog, like what are you doing to us right now, John, man? But we know, man. I mean, he been saying it like, like he know like the door was closed on his career. He wanted to be done by the age of 50. And I'm anxious and I'm happy to see what's in store for John Cena's last run. Does she break the world title record? You know what? For the longest, John Cena has just been 16-time world champion. I think he gets that 17th championship, and I think he deserves it. I think it's been a long time coming for John Cena. But man, how you guys feel? I'm getting drained right now. This is even going over again, man. How do you guys feel about this farewell tour John Cena is on, where you miss John Cena? It's his last match, WrestleMania. I gotta go to WrestleMania. Now, man. Like, I need to sell drugs or something. John Cena last match, possibly WrestleMania, man, Vegas. I don't know, man. What do you guys think, man? How you guys feeling about John Cena's farewell tour, man? Let me know. I might have to go take a breather or something right now. It's crazy out here. Then we get into the World Heavyweight Championship match. Damian Priest versus Seth freaking Rollins. I don't even know if he's still freaking. He might just be, pause. He might just be Seth Rollins. Either way, we get those two guys out there competing for the World Heavyweight Championship with some stipulations out there. If Damian Priest loses, he's out of Judgment Day. If Seth Rollins loses, he can never compete for the World Heavyweight Championship again as long as Damian Priest has the title. Those are stipulations. Pretty side stipulations. It was like, man, how are these going to come to play, right? How are these going to come into play during the match? We got still the suspense of Drew McIntyre looming in the back because he has the Money Bank briefcase. He says he's cashing in. He said, like I said, part one of the prophecy was fulfilled was to win the Money Bank. Part two was cashing in and leaving out of Toronto as the champion. I didn't think that he was gonna win or go. I didn't think he was gonna go after the WWE Undisputed Championship. So I kind of, because he never really said, he never even mentioned it. He could have been surprised. He could have made us, flipped it on or whatever. But the whole time I thought he was going for World Heavyweight Championship for some reason. So, watching the match, the match itself is suspenseful because both Seth and Damien Priest are both looking back towards the ramp, looking for Drew McIntyre to come out at some point. So they add this. I love that there's a storytelling during the match, right? So as I said, as the match is proceeding on, they're looking to the back. They're expecting Drew to come out at some point. Good back and forth. It seemed like it was like a slower match, which was okay. And Seth hit a Falcon Arrow. And I don't know whose fault it was, the miscommunication at some point, but there was 1, 2, and then Priest never kicked out. But there was 2 3/4, and everyone saw it because of the camera angles. Once again, sometimes that camera angles are great, but sometimes they're bad because it showed everything. It showed that Priest never kicked out, So I don't know if it was something to where it was supposed to hit 1, 2, and then Drew McIntyre music was supposed to hit, and it was supposed to make Seth Rollins stop. But it wouldn't make me stop because, dude, you already down at the end. By the time you get down here, it's 3, it's over. I'm new champ. So I felt like maybe it's a time issue that way. So it made Priest look bad. That was the only damper on the match. So anyway, Drew gets in the ring. Music finally hits. 1, 2, 3. Music hits. Well, 1, 2, 2 and 15, 17, 16 or whatever. Drew comes out, and now it is a triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship out there. Drew McIntyre looks like he's gonna win. Knocks down, hits Damien Priest with a Claymore, and then who comes from out of the ring? The Second City Saint has flown himself all the way from Chicago, which ain't too far, I guess, to Toronto to extract his revenge on Drew McIntyre from what he did to him a couple weeks ago in our home city of Chicago at SmackDown, where he left Punk battered, bruised, and bloody and carried out on the stretcher. And Punk says, "You know what? I told you that you ain't winning no championships while I am still breathing." He comes out and he beats down Drew McIntyre, beats him out of the ring, beats him over the barricade, beating him with a chair, choking him with the cord, the camera cord. Somehow Drew McIntyre gets back into the ring. Punk then grabbed the World Heavyweight Championship. When he gave it a look, like a soul look, like he was thinking about it, like the thought in his mind seemed like it was, this looks good on me. Maybe I need this. Maybe I should be going for one of these or whatever. But he picks it up and he hits Drew McIntyre in the head, and Damien Priest, south for heaven, 1, 2, 3, and still your World Heavyweight Champion, Damien Priest, skedaddle up out of here. You're done for the night. You did it. But now Punk's actions raises more questions, and it adds more layers to storylines, because not only did CM Punk screw Drew McIntyre, he also screwed Seth Rollins, because in the loss, even though Seth never got pinned, he still lost the match. And he didn't walk out World Heavyweight Champion. So that means that he can't compete for the championship anymore as long as Damien Priest is champion. All because of Punk. Which goes back to his hatred for CM Punk already. And now we got hate between Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. We got hate between Seth Rollins and CM Punk. CM Punk is the common denominator in all this. And it might be a little bit of friction between Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre, because Seth Rollins lost to Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. You know, even though Seth Rollins told me that you deserved it, you know, but still, are we gonna get a triple threat match between these three at SummerSlam? Will it be Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk at SummerSlam, or CM Punk versus Seth Rollins at SummerSlam? You know, like, it's so many different ways the storyline can go now. It's so many different ways, which is cool, right? And this might lead to a possible character change for Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins was in the ring. He was talking trash to Damian Priest out there. Like, get up, get on your feet, be a man, all this stuff now. Which is kind of unlike Seth Rollins. So now, does Seth Rollins heel turn? So would CM Punk be the face in all of this? I mean, I kind of like that. So many of these characters have validity to their story, right? So things that Punk is doing aren't necessarily face things; they're heel things, right? Drew McIntyre has a case really for the things that has been done against him, you know, that CM Punk is doing. And it's kind of like, yo, I'm getting my leg back in a sense, you know. You ruin my chance at Cash to the Castle. I'm going to come and beat you down in Chicago, you know. So it's like, is Drew McIntyre really? Yeah, heel. But you can kind of rock with what he's going with, you know. Now Seth Rollins is like, dude, I was kind of be a visionary, baby. And you stopped that, and now I can never compete again for the championship as long as Damian Priest is champion. I hate you. I hate you with every fiber in my body. Like, I hate you. And so, like, you can rock with that feeling too, you know? So it's like, it's so much. It's so much to this, man. So that it's great to see, like, this storyline just progress. And now it circles back again to Punk and Seth Rollins. So who knows when all that's gonna like come together? They mentioned bad blood in Atlanta in October. I almost want to go to Bad Blood, man, because I feel like, man, we were talking about how, man, some people were saying how it was WWE was like dying down. It was kind of like Boo Boo or whatever, but no, really, like, these storylines are out there, like, and now the storyline, and we still got Rhea to come back. We still got Roman Reigns to come back, possibly The Rock to come back again. Like, we still got so many more storylines that come together. Like, even like this New Day and Final Testament storyline. Like, that's cool. You know, it's so much out there, man. Like, I'm excited for WWE right now. Like, I just feel it, man. So, I mean, what did you guys want to see? You know, would you rather see Punk versus Drew, or Punk versus Seth Rollins, or a three-way? Let me know. Comment below, baby. So now we get into the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Started off kind of rocky to me. There was some botches, people getting stuck in the ropes, people hitting their heads on the ladder. But it's a ladder match, so stuff happens, right? But at a certain point, all the botches stopped, and it just got crazy. It just got like chaos. Tonight was a night of chaos, really. But the women, they were showing out. Io Sky didn't come to play. She came to fight. She came to dominate. I felt like I was just feeling the pain that everyone was going through. I'm going to keep it short, but like, Io took a crazy bump. Chelsea Green, man. Hats off to Chelsea Green. Off the ladder into two tables outside of the ring. Outside the ring, two tables. Come on, Chelsea Green. Come on, Chelsea Green. Like, she was one of my picks for Money in the Bank. I would have been happy if she won. Tiffany Stratton out there doing her thing, but she was my original pick. I know I keep having it. I feel like old school Jerry King, not so much with the puppies and stuff like that, but just like how he had like multiple picks for everybody. But yeah, man, Tiffany Stratton, the women came out, man. They did their job too as well. Like I said, man, beginning started kind of rocky, kind of rough, but I mean it really picked up, and like I say, it was spots out there. Like so many spots. I might have thought I saw a Domination out there, right? Um, but we get to the end, and Tiffany Stratton, she pulls down a briefcase. So you know what time it is. It's Tiffy time, baby. It's Tiffy time right now. Tiffy in the bank. So when does she cash in? SummerSlam in the match between Nia Jax and Bayley? That might be a great opportune time to do so. But who knows? When should Tiffany Stratton cash in her Money in the Bank contract? What do you guys think about the ladies' ladder back match? Let me know. What if we get into the next? The last match of the night. The Bloodline versus KO, Randy Orton, and Cody Rhodes. Bloodline comes out. Solo Sikoa draped in the red lei, the signature Roman Reigns signature lei around his neck. Walking out, and they're throwing up the ones. Tama Tonga, Jeka Fatu, Tangaloa, all out there. No wise, man, because the week prior they put him to to the announce table, so he's banged up out at home, recovering and whatnot. They get in the ring, and I wonder if they're gonna. No, they probably won't have music. I thought they're gonna have a separate music for them, and not Solo's music. But I kind of rock with Solo music. It's fitting for them. What do you guys think? Then we get KO comes out. We get Randy Orton comes out. We get Cody Rhodes come out. And like I said, the energy, even though by this time I'm probably like, yo, my energy level, not on E, but my stress level is through the roof. But I'm ready for the match, man. I'm ready to see what's happening, because I'm legit. Honestly, I'm ready to see what Jacob Fatu is going to do in WWE. In the WWE style of wrestling, I want to see what Jacob Fatu could do out there. So I was anxious, and I was, excited to see that. Match kicked off. KO, man, just taking punishment for no apparent reason. Just getting beat down for like most of the match. It was a really, really slow paced match, to me. Of course, none of those guys are really like high flyers. I mean, none of them really. I mean, you had some guys that go to the top rope, but they're not high flyers and nothing like that. But just the pace was real slow, and like I say, they were just beating down Kevin Owens. Most of the match, I felt like, was Kevin Owens out there just getting beat, getting worked. But Jacob Fatu, as soon as Jacob Fatu got tagged in, I was like, all right, man, I'm ready to see what he got. But I won't say I was disappointed. I think they're saving it. I think they're saving everything he can do, because they were speaking about it. They were speaking heavily about his ability out there. They mentioned so much just about the Bloodline being so dangerous that they had to pull, Triple H had to pull strings to be able to get Jacob Fatu into Canada. Jey Uso had joked about it earlier. Thank you guys for letting me up in here, Cause kind of don't play around with that, man. Kind of be like, yo, man, you out here, you ain't acting right. Nah, you ain't come across our borders, baby. You better stay over there. Keep all that badness over there. We none of that over here. So I was looking forward to seeing that, and I was like, I was surprised that all of them get up in there, And then, so to watch the match, and Jacob Fatu really didn't do too much early on in the match. So I'm like saying, man, I'm like, all right, they must be saving for later on or whatnot. I remember Jacob Fatu going for a spear outside the ring, getting flipped over the barricade, and he definitely kicked that doctor in the head. The doctor needed a doctor. It was like, Fatu, you doc, and kicked that doctor in the head. They were setting Solo to call up for three-man powerbomb. I think it took from the crossroads, a stunner. It took an RKO. They dragged him out. The referee got demolished. Got fatality out there. And then Jacob just went crazy. Super kicks. Pow, pow. Took Jacob out again. And then I remember seeing Cody was going to give Solo some more crossroads. And then I want to say it's like a corkscrew like flip or like whisper in the wind in a sense. But not like backwards. But like a backwards whisper in the wind. Per se, that Jacob Fatu did and hit Cody Rhodes with it. Excuse me. Then Solo hits Cody Rhodes with the Samoan Spike. And it's one. And then goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Solo Sikoa has pinned the WWE Undisputed Universal Champion Cody Rhodes. That is I won't say that. Cody Rhodes has probably only been pinned WrestleMania 39. No, he lost to Brock Lesnar, but it was through like submission. No, he passed out. He got pinned by The Rock, and he got pinned by Solo Sikoa since he's been in WWE. It says something. It says something that they're trying to say something. You know, they're trying to make it say something. I don't know if it actually says anything, but they're trying to make it say something. So it seems like it's leading to all things are heading towards a possible Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa championship match at SummerSlam. Interesting, right? He dissed Roman Reigns Friday, pinned Cody Rhodes, which I know next Friday gonna be some mentions of. Man, the old tribal chief Roman Reigns, he couldn't even pin Cody Rhodes. I was able to do that. I'm challenging Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes is gonna say yes, to that. So I think that's what we're getting at SummerSlam, man. I feel like I know how you guys feel about it, but humor me, man. Comment below how you guys feel about the possibilities of Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa at SummerSlam. Are you guys feeling it? If you're not feeling it, let me know. What was you guys' overall opinions of Money in the Bank? I thought it was dope. By the end of the Money in the Bank PLE, I was just drained. I just went to sleep. I felt like I haven't watched a WWE PLE that was that intense, that much of a roller coaster in a very long time for me. But yeah, man, how do you guys feel about it? That's all I got for today, man. Like, just talk about it. Just talk about his training, But I mean, we got through it, man. I got through it. You guys got through it. If you made it to this point, thank you guys for rocking with me. As always, make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, feedback. Check me out on my things. Things that I got. Check me out. The TikToks, the in Spotify, the shorts, the reels, tables and bumps, man. Just make sure you like it helps the channel out. Subscribe, it helps me out. Appreciate everything you guys do. Check out the Superkick store. Buy some stuff, man. Help me get to Bad Blood. Help me get to some spots, man. I'm gonna come with some footage. I ain't playing around, man. I ain't playing around with my footages. So till next time, man. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. Get ready for the week. Let's get ready for Monday Night Raw. Adios. Peace.